You're about to listen to the award-winning Stuart Pedasso Show. This show is for biologically and emotionally mature audiences. If you should not be here, please go away. We'll still be here when you're mature enough to partake. Mwah!
Hey y'all, welcome to the Stuart Pedasso Show. Told you we'd be back. I'm Dave.
I'm Carrie.
And this is on assignment. That's
yes.
it. So let's do a couple housekeeping things. So first I'll tell you this.
Okay.
Not next week, but coming up, starting this summer, I'm going to have like Saturdays, a lot of Saturdays where I'm tabling all day.
Okay.
Just letting you know.
All right.
Nothing,
Well,
like I got Pride
Yeah.
in July.
Do you have pride?
Well,
In yourself? Sorry.
The Pride's coming up for Rochester now.
Yep.
I think we talked about this last week. Pride month is June in general, and Rochester does their Pride in July. Just we roll with it. So there's Pride. I'll be tabling at the Rochester Peace Festival the week after. Mm-hmm. There's the Puerto Rican Festival Parade the weekend after, and then I think I get a break for a week, and then the Clarissa Street Reunion. I get to table at that all day, which I really want to do now every year because they used to kick us out.
Okay.
And now that they take our money so that we can table, I just find that to be funny.
Okay.
Because they literally would escort us out whenever we would be there
So
petitioning.
you have a busy summer, and
do.
I'll be gone. I'll be gone
on
mid-August.
Saturdays.
So
On Saturdays is what I'm saying.
okay.
Because we've been getting together on Saturdays.
Now, are you working all day during the week?
I am doing summer school 8 to 2.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
8 to 2:30, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, so it is a full day for you.
Yes, it's a full day.
I only have half days.
Yeah, a lot of summer schools like that. Because we have a full year program and some of our students in their IEP says full year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then it's got to be a full day.
Yep. So you get paid for a full day. That's actually very nice.
Well, yeah.
Ours is just, because I don't think people realize teachers don't get paid for a full year. So people think, oh, what a great gig. Well, if you really look at it, we only get paid for that amount a month. We only get paid for 10 months out of the year.
Many districts give you the opportunity to put stuff aside.
Agreed, but when they calculate our yearly amount of money, we adjust that for a 10-month salary.
Yes.
So, yeah, we get summers off, but we don't get paid for those summers. So we're paid salary. So it's adjusted for not working for 2 months. So if you get paid summer schools, that's per hour, so to speak. Like they adjust it per hour-ish.
My letter said per day.
Ish, yeah. So that's how they. So depending on how much you make is how much you get paid per day.
Yeah.
So they prefer to hire newer teachers this summer if they can get away with it, because they cost less.
My program needs anybody who will do it.
Correct. So what happens in our district is when you're ready to retire, they take your top. I think it's 3 to 5 years. Earning. Mm-hmm. So the longer you've been working, the more money you make.
Yes.
So when you're closer to retirement, you're really itching to get summer school.
Yes.
So they're dying to get summer school, but nobody wants to hire them because it costs more money to hire those teachers.
Well, like I said, luckily
in our district, they have a rule now. You can only work 3 years in a row. You can't work more than 3 years in a row of summer school. You've got to let other people get a shot. That's how they got around it. So they want to hire the newer kids. Yeah. So it's been interesting. But now it's to the point where they're begging for teachers. Nobody wants to work summer school.
Well, yeah. And I think younger people would want their summers off, usually.
And then it made a change. Now there's no funding for it. So now there's not enough positions for summer school teachers.
Well, you're in a district that is very distressed. Let's just put it that way.
Gosh.
Let's just leave it at that because that.
And then everything's changing now. And I'm in a program that our summer school programs are outside agencies, so they absolutely can pick and choose who they want. So they always take the least costly. So our ones that are ready to retire are pissed because they're not getting picked.
Yep.
So, yep.
Because as Michael Jackson sang, they don't care about us.
And they were pissed that they couldn't choose me because, and it's interesting because some of our teachers, I can't say too much, they have an ungodly amount of money more than some of us because of how this year they were hired contractually. And I started later because I was a stay-at-home mom for a little while. But They put out the hiring for summer school in frickin' December. I didn't look for it in December.
No,
it's
who would
never
do
that
that?
early. And then they closed it. So I never put my application in. So when this outside agency was ready to do the hiring, my application isn't in. Because we're part of a union, they had to go with, so they kind of, because I worked it last year. So I'm actually was kind of relieved that I couldn't work it because I didn't really want to be in that atmosphere again. It was a little hard. So I'm now working 7th and 8th grade middle schooler, boys, girls.
I will have
whole-
I will have 7th graders this summer.
I am, and that was my jam in the beginning. So I actually get to teach. So it'll be fun.
So-
Stressful, but fun.
So the other housekeeping thing, let me do 2 things really quick. Just letting folks know, I don't know if I wouldn't call this a warning. We are in negotiations like we usually do for Special K to come back. It's quite,
I will meet them one time. I
it's,
swear.
the logistics of this is really fascinating. I won't say frustrating. I mean, it's totally legit. I mean, she's a single mom, like a legitimate single mom. There is no dad in the picture, and she's doing everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to give away personal stuff, but
Right.
so it's just the coordination of when we can come together. It's just been interesting. So
we need
we
a logistics professional for
no,
this.
we just need a babysitter is what we need. Is really what we need. So we're working on that, and then with that comes I've got another backlog of bit ideas, and I will get to hopefully do some writing. I have a whole 9 days off before summer school.
Woohoo.
Get to do a little bit of writing, even though I'm totally overcommitted to 17 different local causes.
Of course you are.
Yes, I know. Oh, just picked up a new one.
Of course you did.
But I am not leading that. Most of the things now, if I lend my attention to, I am not leading it. So I am not creating new things. It's stuff that people are already doing that I'm down with. This one will be cooperative businesses. And there's a group that wants to start a cooperative business incubator in Rochester.
Incubator. Wait a minute. My mind went right to chickens.
Well, that's fine, but an incubator hatches chickens. So
Curious.
a business incubator gives support to people who want to start a business. And in this case, it'd be cooperative businesses.
Okay, so you
They have one in
might have
Buffalo.
wanted to have been more clear. You just said incubator. Our minds could have gone anywhere.
Well,
So
yours
it-
did, but a cooperative
business
yes,
incubator.
that's what a
Thank
cooperative. Yes. So, where was I going? Oh, scheduling. We're working on Special K, and then about stuartbordasco.com. We have streamlined in terms of the stuff that's on there. There's still all the old shows. Stuart Bordasco Radio is playing there 24/7. You
Did
can
you
go
put
listen
more
to it.
stuff on there?
No, I put less actually.
Ooh.
I took away. We are de-investing, whatever you want to call it, being an affiliate of a lot of different businesses, and there's still some there, but there's programs for that. Like you click on a link to Werner's Original Candy, and if you buy something from that, then we would get like 5% of whatever you buy.
Okay.
That really wasn't bringing in anything. It was being a pain in the ass. When I would see something I think would be cool to be
Correct,
affiliates
yeah.
of, we would keep getting turned down. And then we would be affiliates of things, and then they would stop doing the program. And I just got, again,
It wasn't worth it.
I don't need my being distracted by that when it wasn't. But the goal was to make just enough money to make this sustainable that
Right.
wouldn't have to pay to do the right. And fuck it, I'm just having to have to
It's
pay.
just easier this way.
It's just my hobby. It costs hobbies cost money.
Yes, they do.
That's what it is. And when I retire, maybe I can do things that can bring in a little bit of money just to make it sustainable. Do live shows on the radio station, which is a goal of mine.
Okay.
I just don't have time right now. So when I'm retired, maybe
Ooh,
every day at noon, I could do a lunch show, or for the East Coast anyway.
Interesting.
But I
Okay.
just don't have time right now. So right now it's a set it and forget it radio station, always playing music and or our comedy bits. And it's at stuartbordasco.com. So the website's, it looks the same really, but there's just not as much stuff going down the sides. If you go to the buy stuff page, not quite as much. I feel a little sad about it because I like to promote be
What you
a
like.
sex positive atmosphere, because we just, and especially in the United States, we just have such a shitty attitude about sex. And
We were starting to change, though. Oh my
I know,
gosh, we
it
had
is.
a positive change.
oh
But
no,
then
the,
we have
the
a
kids,
little.
the kids coming up, that gives me hope.
It really does.
Mm.
especially where I work, I get to see such a good, positive. Well, it sounds weird that where I see is a positive, but the education out there is nice to see. The
And-
acceptance that is going on with
And
the
I'm
kids
not,
is great.
and I'm not saying we took down everything in terms of links to sex positive things. It's not as in your face. It's not the affiliate big bannery links aren't all on there. But you can trust me. If you like the sexy, we can still help you out. StuartPedasso.com. You know it. You love it. Ask for it by name.
Yeah,
All right. That's enough of the housekeeping.
yeah. And speaking, actually, back to that whole sex positive thing.
Sure.
I think the cat's out of the bag. I think they're screwed. That it's just too many
Okay,
people.
Your language here is
Sorry.
what?
Too many people are too accepting of it, and even with the parents, like the parents are even fighting their parents on this thing. It's just it's too much.
I don't
Like
know, what are we talking about? I'm not quite-
just the different ways people are allowed to express themselves and who they want to love, and the way we're accepting of it, because that was taught at home, and now that it's accepted so much in school and out in I don't know, out in society, and now that we have so much social media and it's out in the internet, you can't keep it from kids. And now that they see it and they can see themselves out there, you can't control it anymore. It's too late now for them to control it, is what I'm saying. They're going to keep trying. Don't get me wrong.
Well, and there's still, and even some other kids, as well as adults, who still have not quite evolved yet. It's not
Again,
not done.
I still think it's taught. It is
no,
something
it's-
that's taught.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
Oh.
and anything that's taught can be untaught. I truly believe. It can be
To
if the will
very-
is there.
to varying degrees. I agree.
You
no, I
have
agree.
to. You have to be untaught it though.
Yes. Well, we know from brain development science, there's a fancy word,
You also need the time to do it.
That-
Sometimes there's just not the time.
things learned as a child tend to be more hardwired, and it just makes it more difficult.
Agreed.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
always
Oh,
there's
there's
always
always-
the
oh, yeah.
ability. It's
Yeah.
just there. You have to have the right environment, and you can keep doing it. But if you're still around the wrong environment, every little thing you make can be undone each day. That's an impossible thing. Doesn't mean it's not. You're still working at it. It just keeps getting undone every time you do something.
it is a like anything like that. It's whether it's
Just
about
like an unwinnable war. Doesn't mean you can't keep trying.
sexuality, race, gender issues, anything in there. There's not going to be a one day it sucks, the next day it's rainbows. It's a process, and there's going to be a little bit of what's the now I'm going to sound like I'm really smart, and I'm not. The theory of positive regression. I think that's what it is.
Not sure what that means.
So I'm going to tell you. So it's like anything where you're making success,
Mm-hmm.
there's always going to be a little bump in the road.
Oh, yeah, we call
Yeah.
it well, the way we explain it to our kids is healing is not linear. Maybe it's the same idea. I
Oh,
don't
it
know.
is, but it's just I was being like sounding like I'm really smart, and I'm not. So that's all.
You'll always, as you're getting better and you're opening different side parts of your wounds and in everything, in psychologically speaking, it's like an onion. As you get one layer, you open another. You don't know what you're releasing, and those toxins can, Anyway, shoot, there was something I was about to. Totally just escaped my brain. Oh my
It'll
gosh.
come back. We can come back.
Oh my gosh. Hopefully it will. You never know. You never know about
So yesterday,
that. Yeah.
I was at a protest, we'll call it that, like you do, and it was in a suburb of Rochester that's right next to the city line, into the city. And it's very close to the city line, but it was technically a suburb. And a lot of cities, no matter what size, has a place like this this one here is called 12 Corners.
Ah,
Yeah.
got it.
And the suburb is, I don't want to say known for, but it generally has a larger Jewish population. And when we'll as the quote, the word it's, I'll put air quotes on this, but the way it's called, October 7th happened. There's been a lot more protests in terms of what's been happening to Palestinians. And when protests would first happen there, it was ugly. I mean, cops were showing up, eggs were thrown. Like, people traveled from other towns to come and mess with the protesters, and it was really ugly. And fast forward to, 2 years, 3 years later, and we're there most Fridays, many Fridays, let's put it that way. And yeah, the occasional finger. Most overwhelmingly, the response from cars and stuff, people going by, have been positive, thumbs up and peace signs and honks and support. Yesterday had a few more people throwing a finger at us, a few more, but again, totally worthwhile being there. But I noticed something, and I was like, you know what, I got to talk about this on the show. And this wouldn't be something you probably would think about, but when I say it, I'd like to think it'd be like, well, duh. But tell me if it's a duh thing or
Okay.
maybe. So I have noticed, particularly from yesterday, because there were a few more of the giving the finger people. Okay, let me put it a different way.
Okay.
Carrie,
Yeah.
you're driving down the street.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and you're just minding your own business. You're thinking about what's for dinner. You're singing your favorite tune. You could dance if you want to. Whatever's in your head, right? And you come upon a group of people on the side of the road, and they're, woo, we love Donald Trump. They're MAGA people. They're whatever. Would you do it? Would you shoot them the finger?
Yes.
You would.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry.
No,
I am
don't
so
say
sorry.
You don't have to say
I'm
sorry.
sorry, and that's because
I
of
wasn't
him
expecting-
personally, because I'm a New Yorker, and he's a fucktard for New Yorkers, and he is so embarrassing. And I am sorry. I am so sorry. That was such a knee-jerk reaction. I am so sorry.
No,
I
you
can't
have to-
believe
why are you
it. I wouldn't
apologizing?
do it to JD Vance though, and he's a fucktard too. But there's something about Donald Trump.
Okay, let me back up then. Let me say,
Okay.
let's say it's not Trump. Let's just say it's something you don't agree with.
Okay.
Maybe-
No, I wouldn't go out of my way to throw a finger. I don't have that in me.
So it took me a minute. Let me tell you my initial thought that popped into my head, and then I kind of, okay, wait a minute, maybe I shouldn't put it that way. And then I found a way to refine it. But let me tell you I'll expose it all, my thought process. So the immediate, I'll use your knee-jerk thing was, you know what? The people that go by, that support us, that peace sign or thumbs up or they honk and support, they're way hotter than the people who give us the finger. And then I was like, well, okay, I shouldn't talk about how they look. Well, let me just say it. But they do, the people who drive by who don't agree with us are way more angry. Like they're, oh, like, how dare you? And they're like, and you could see the veins in their neck and faces as they're driving by, giving you the finger. And if they,
Anger. Okay.
and if they happen to be stuck there at a red light, oh my God, staring you down. And if their windows roll up, one woman's trying to tell me I need to learn things. And I was like, well, my line now is like, well, ma'am, I'm a teacher. Maybe I can help you with your reading comprehension. She goes, you have to read the right things. And I was like, that's very on the
As
nose.
things have panned out, I think it's become obvious the people in the very beginning that didn't understand were buying into the narrative that was being put out, that these were the terrorists, they were hiding behind children and in hospitals. People were believing the narrative that was put out. Well, now the facade is gone. So the people that are still giving the finger are like MAGA.
Yeah.
They're the fucktards that are just angry at the world. So I
And-
think what you're seeing is their true
Oh,
faces.
yeah. And like, oh man, I was saying two
Sorry,
places.
I don't mean to call you a fucktard. My apologies. I don't
was-
know you personally.
I cannot imagine there's any MAGA people listening to this.
I just, grandpa, my bad. None of mine are alive, so.
None of my grandparents are alive, but even my parents, while
They
I
all
think,
would have been MAGA, trust me.
while I think my parents, and I say this with love, I would like my parents to, I'm waiting for them to get a little more radicalized, but they're definitely not to the right for sure.
Well, I will say, no. Well,
But
I will
love
say,
you. I love you.
Mandami is, he's fucking annoying some people.
Okay.
He is pissing off Mike Johnson.
Which I think is, which I find to be funny because
I mean, he's
okay.
It's
I
fun.
wonder.
still pisses me off what they did to Jasmine Crockett, but anyway.
Okay. Well, she kind of sucks too, but anyway.
It doesn't matter. They fucked with a black woman. They shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry.
Okay, but if
Do we have to do to black people again?
no, I understand what you're saying, but if
Especially
you're,
a black woman. I'm
if
sorry.
you're also like in the system and a Zionist and you take money, then I'm sorry. To me, it's fair game because okay, was not planning on going here.
I am sorry. I don't know what you know about that position, but you're looking at it from the outside as a white woman who
Mm-hmm.
we are known for really fucking with black women.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
Okay.
That. Yeah.
I purposefully am looking at it from, oh shit, what did we just do to another black woman who's actually making a name for herself? Actually, and I don't know the truth about all of that. I don't know. I know there's been some talk and rumor, but I look at her as a very strong black woman. And it bothers me. It really bothers me because she's taken a lot of hate and a lot of heat that black women do for reasons they shouldn't. I'm not even touching what you're going to talk about. I don't know.
Well, I'm not going to get into Jasmine Crockett because there's so many. We've gone to 4 different steps.
I understand that. I just can't get past. I that's as far as I go with her. So
okay.
And I don't want to go any further because it bothers me. That part bothers me. So
I didn't have Mondami on my little list of things to talk about specifically, but it is. So I don't know the fact that you brought it up. Mm-hmm. I don't know if this is political theater or if people are really mad. Because this is why. Let me finish. So because, look, if you really look at big picture here, what's happening in New York City and in that area is not that huge of a deal, no matter what side you're on.
We know.
So there's not a lot of people there's people I don't think they realize. They think either this is the best thing to ever happen or they think the Muslim curse.
Can I give you my opinion?
Yeah.
So what I think what he's doing is if we so the people that he's backed, all they're small time, they're mayors, they're in deep blue places anyway. What it's showing, in my opinion, is okay, even in the Democratic Party, they're fucking just as bad as the Republicans. Yeah. So we got to clean up our own place. But just like Donald Trump can do it with the money, we can do it too. Fuck it. They're lying to us. Look at what he just did. So here's what he can do in how many days? We can do it. Don't stop letting the Democrats lie to you. Okay. Stop letting the Democrats lie to you is what is, I think, the message he's sending. I know it's small, but what the Republicans, I think, are scared of is, and there was this thing about Mike Johnson's like, and it's theater on their part. Oh, ranked choice voting, and they're going to make the socialists. That little bit that they're doing, there's no way it's going to change it all. But the message, if they jump on it, can scare something. I don't know. Maybe send the message to the people that if you're smart, your money can actually get shit done. Like your own party.
That's what I want to talk about. That's where I was going.
Your own party is pocketing money too, motherfuckers.
So let me talk about that getting shit done. Okay, so that's where I was going. That's why I don't know if it's. I think both sides. I'll just say both sides because we recognize there's only 2 parties, kind of thing. But I'm not going to get into that right now. But both sides are either super happy or super mad, and that's why I don't know either if they don't have a quite an understanding of what's happening or they know in his political theater because of what's getting done. So Mondami. The latest thing this week is he got a rent freeze in rent-controlled housing in New York City.
I actually have a list of why what he's doing is working is because he went so small.
Okay, so I'm not saying that's a bad thing. That is a positive direction. Okay, awesome. So I'm not poo-pooing that. Here's what I'm saying. Here's why I'm not. Okay, I will never dance a jig, but mentally dancing a jig about this is because it's for 2 years that the things that he's gotten done so far tend to have a limited amount of time and it's not really changing a system.
Okay.
And that's,
can I stop you then?
No, I'm asking you to let me finish. I've been trying to finish this for like 5 minutes. Okay. So let me finish.
Okay.
And then, so I think again, positive direction, but at the same time, he's like, oh, I definitely support Hakeem Jeffries as speaker. We need to keep him in there. And he's in the system. He's staying status quo, and the stuff that's getting the press and left-wingy press kind of things is more good reform, but it's not systemic.
See, I think you're focused too much on capitalism as a whole, and you need to focus on small changes. And if we make small changes, a whole group everywhere, and as soon as there's so many of us, then that 2 years turns into a lot more. Because what you guys keep doing, we keep losing because you keep taking this little bit and saying, yeah, but. let's take this little bit. And he just got his backing and some more mayoral. We see it's a chain reaction, and it's all these little bitty roles, all these little bitty getting small people saying, well, if he can do it, I don't know. Maybe I'm not saying it right. The way you guys are doing it's not working either.
Well, I understand what you're saying.
And I know you want big systemic changes, but I think that's what's wrong with our party is that then they're all going to fucking change. They're taking all our money and they're not doing what we want them to do. And the only way for us to do it is to take over our small little areas. And the best way, and we learn this as, I don't know, you learn this as a community. The best way to make change, I mean, I taught this in Girl Scouts. The best way to make a change is not to try and do it in large scale, is to make a change in your neighborhood. One person changes 2 people, and that's how you make change. It's exponential growth. It's the only way to make growth. It's when you try and go big scale. Exactly. It's your RG&E thing. It takes a long time. That's why I was trying to talk about last time when we talked about universal health care, trying to talk to people about, we want to switch to single payer health. It's going to take a long time. And to pretend it's going to be easy is like pretending switching RG&E is going to be easy. It's not. But we got to do it. And the longer we wait to start it, the longer it's going to take to get there. That's all.
I'm still not sure what you're correcting me on.
I'm not correcting you on. I think pretending or not admitting to people that it's okay to be afraid that it's hard to imagine it's going to happen, instead of telling people, well, we just have to. We have to do it because it's expensive. Well, there's a lot of people that work in healthcare, that work in insurance, that they think they're going to lose their jobs, and they will. But what are we going to do? How are we going to go from this to that? Nobody's really made a set plan on how to go there. All we talk about is how horrible it is. You know what I mean? No?
Okay, I understand everything you're saying. I'm lost on how it's connecting to where we started. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I guess
that's what I'm.
I think
we keep changing our subject here, and I don't know
what to
react to.
Because I think that's how they keep squishing us down, by keeping us so worried about, well, they control all of it, so these little bitty wins aren't going to matter because you say things like, well, that's only for 2 years. What good is it if it's only 2 years?
No, all I'm saying is to understand what's happening.
Okay.
I'm not saying throw rotten food at Mondami when you see him
that's how it
jumping
sounds.
into a pool.
Okay.
No, I want people to understand what's happening.
Okay.
Because what I'm afraid of and what I see happening when they see stuff like this, oh, Mondami's got it, we're good. I'm just going to go, all right, I'll use this on purpose. I'm being semi-facetious. Let's go to brunch, because that's the term that everyone uses. To brunch. So, which is the term for not worrying about anything. Not getting involved.
What he's saying is, so turn around and run. You can do this too. He's urging people to turn around and run. Don't let these people who've been running in the Democratic Party keep doing what they've been doing.
And that's great. Again, I'm back to that's great. Looking historically and where I see this going in the same direction. And it's not just me. This is not my analysis. Is that we've seen this type of thing before, and it dies out. AOC with the quote squad. We've seen this before, and he is showing signs, and the folks who are in his camp, who are running, who get his endorsement, are showing signs of the same thing. So it's like, again, we've talked about doing the same thing over and over and
right.
expecting a different. I'm seeing the same thing.
It is. I've never seen. I don't know.
Yeah.
Again, I've never been in politics before,
Yeah,
so I've never seen it. So it's he's doing the same thing other people have done. AOC's done this before.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She came in as the big, great progressive hope, and now she's like the next
done
Nancy
stuff
Pelosi.
like this.
Yeah, she's like the next Nancy Pelosi.
She's been mayor like this. She's done changes like he's done, like gotten stuff done like this.
Not when she got in.
Huh?
Not when she got in. Once she was running on it, though.
He's actually done things. Like
yes, I hear you. I understand.
Okay.
But again, I'm back to, I'm looking at as a whole. This looks again like, don't be happy, support it, ask for more. Don't be satisfied with this is where I'm going. Look, my vision is a different route, and that's totally, we need that too. Mm-hmm. And something we've talked about historically, generally, most of us agree that the New Deal was a good thing, but FDR challenged people outside the Democratic Party and said, you want these things, make me do it. And that's what the communists, the socialists, and the unionists did. They made him do it. So if it's you think it's going to happen from within, it will get
Oh
corrupted.
no, I don't think that's the
Well,
only way.
Anyone. So great.
the only
Go
way.
for it. If you just you and the universal you, not the you, not the carry you,
Right.
the plural you. If y'all out there, how about that? When if I'll start talking like David
It just
Cobb.
seems like he's the type of
I'm getting beer.
force that is going to allow people to come to bring change, to bring different types of ideas, I guess. I don't know. What did he's got 2 different types of co-op stores. I don't know, something as simple, like having the people understand, like when he did the snow removal for $30 and showed the city of New York was able to cut out the contractors. I mean, he didn't have to. I mean, I think that alone, they're still talking about it. How he was able to do that, execute it. There was no corruption. Nobody that, and then now that they're going over it and seeing how much money is fucking wasted and all of this it was brilliant what he did.
So what I'm saying is, don't be complacent. And if you haven't gotten involved yet,
He's given us a blueprint, whether you're meant to or not.
Still need to. Fine. I'd like a better blueprint, but that's okay. Again,
not
it's
exact.
better.
You don't have to be exact.
It's better. It's better than what was there. It's definitely better than Adams. That's for damn sure.
Hell yeah. And the best, the things about it is that one, clearing the snow. It's not like he conjured up the snowstorm. You know what I'm saying? And it worked. What else did he get? That was balance the budget or whatever. You can run on that saying, okay, let us try. So those are things that nobody can argue against. And I think that's what was pissing off Mike Johnson. Like, he was literally having a temper tantrum because they can't argue that. Like, every time a Democrat does come in and they can balance the budget, you can't argue those things.
No, there does tend to be, if you look over time, now we're getting to federal, in terms of presidents, that deficits definitely get higher faster under Republicans, for sure, even though they say smaller government and they lower taxes mostly for the rich, and then our deficit goes up, which happens every time. But also the people who vote for them fall for it every time too, when they say, I'm going to lower taxes and I hate deficit spending, and yet it's more deficit under Republicans. That's absolutely, for sure. Right. No question.
Well, now it's just out of control. Both parties are just, now that the corporations are now people, it's ripe with fraud. There's just no getting around it.
So the moral of the story is, kids, stay vigilant, stay in there. Even when you see good news, trust me, we're not even, look, I just think, now I'm going to get kind of philosophical here, but and I've only had one beer. As humans go, I've started a book reading about this that's going to get into more current stuff, but right now it's in the past in terms of how people have cooperated with each other and how that has changed over time. And I'm talking like 2,000 years ago. And then it's going to get to today, and then it's going to start getting into cooperatives and stuff like that today. But anyway, I just think where we are as humans right now, no matter what good stuff happens, even if it's me, even if the Dave plan is, tomorrow there's single payer health care and we end all wars and all that jazz. If that happens tomorrow, I know I'm being realistic, it's not. But if it were to, if I find that genie in the lamp, and that's my wish, right? Mm-hmm. Those are my wishes. It's not going to be over, and we still have work to do. And I think at least in our lifetime, and probably at least our children's lifetimes, if not forever, we always just have to stay vigilant and be involved and not get too distracted with shiny things. And sometimes you need shiny things. You need to relax, and you need to recharge or whatever, to be distracted and to do things as, the word leisure, to have leisure time, which I'm bad at these days. But
I love my leisure time.
But
puzzles.
You got to give up a little bit right now, because otherwise things get shitty. And that means when you work with other people, look, just before the show, I came from a meeting of this group, and we've been doing stuff over time, and it actually has to do with a public utility stuff, and not everyone's always on the same page. And we meet supposedly for an hour every Saturday, and we start late every week, and we end a hour-long meeting is always at least 90 minutes, and we still don't get everything done. And we have some things done now. But I'm just saying, I would rather be doing that than either doing it on my own or not doing anything at all. And sometimes when you get into it, it can get a little messy and you get a little frustrated. And it doesn't mean you have to stick with something that's not working, but don't give up. Stay engaged. Keep being in there. Mandami's doing things. Awesome. Applaud it if you're down with it. Go for it. Take it and learn from it and run with it. Never be satisfied. Because if you're listening to the show, let's say if you're listening to the show and you're 20 years old. I have no idea why a 20-year-old would be listening to the Stuart Pedasso show. And so let's say you've got 60, 70 years to live. There's always going to be work to do. Stay out there. Be involved in your community. Keep doing shit.
Well, right now they're just, I mean, there's people that are getting sentences in Texas for like just protesting. I mean,
and if you live here in Rochester, New York, you might not be able to do anything about that specifically, but be aware of it.
No, but it's coming here.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
That's what I'm saying. Be ready. Absolutely. And there are folks in Rochester who are preparing for that. And I'm supposed to be helping them, but again, there's only 7 days of the week.
I don't know. They say, elections have consequences, and we're seeing the consequence of this election.
No. Yeah. And what's going to happen in midterms, we'll see. There's some people who think that the people in power are going to cancel them and find some excuse. There'll be a false flag, and we'll see if that happens, but be ready. All I'm saying is don't wait for something to happen. Just be ready. And I'm not talking about having 25 years of food in your basement. Unless you want, that's fine.
I wouldn't put it past what's about to happen. So
what Carrie's saying is she's going to be buying pallets of toilet paper and keeping them. And
that's not what Carrie's saying.
Selling
what
them
Carrie's
on the
saying
internet.
She's going to be prepared in a different way.
I'm just making a joke. I'm being funny. I really do not think you're buying pallets of toilet paper. Where would you put it? You'd have to get a storage unit.
I live in a one-floor, barely 2 rooms apartment.
That's what I'm saying. So I knew
I
that was...
had to break down. I couldn't even bring my new desk up in its original box. I had to bring it up in pieces.
I told you.
Anywho. Nope. I just think they are not going to give up their power because they know they are fucked.
So one of the things you can do if you want that's for now super easy is, and we've talked about this before, and it's still at the website, stuartpedasso.com, is you can go to generalstrikeus.com and just give them your email. Sign up for the General Strike. And it ain't happening anytime soon. In fact, if you force me to, Dave, what would the date of this General Strike? When would it start? It's probably not till 2028. Excuse me. I think we've discussed that. A lot of national unions have been negotiating contracts to end on the same day. I want to say it's May 30th, but I might have the date wrong. Let's say May 30th. May 30th, 2028. We think that there's a coordinated effort for all union contracts to run out at the same time.
So nobody gets penalized?
Well, so that everybody can walk out.
Right, because right now they have us tied up.
Yeah, so, which is cool. I mean, that's some amazing long-term thinking, but damn, I wish we could do something now. But I understand that's actually
they have all of our information. They have our social security numbers.
Yeah. So,
they can easily mark us all dead, and we're fucked.
So, generalstrikeus.com, they've been putting out some great stuff on how to prepare for down the road, because this is not a for real one. We've had in the past couple of years like a day where some groups said, general strike for a day, and it's been cool. I mean, I'm not poo-pooing it, but we need like they have in Europe and shit, like a long-term sustained general strike that really shows the people in charge that, look, your buddies who give you that campaign money are not going to make money off of us for like a week or two until you start doing what we tell you. And so it's coming.
Think that's going to help? You think
general
it's gonna
strikes
do?
Yes, but again, it has to.
You really think that's going to help?
Yes, I do, because
Okay.
it has worked in other places. We just are too complacent.
What other places?
Greece, Italy, Spain.
Those places don't have control over their people like they have us. They don't have
I understand. That's why I'm saying we need to organize to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you break that control. Unless you have another idea how to break that control.
Our whole district is under Oracle, which is under Palantir, which is under that guy that
School
just fled.
district you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. I understand.
Sorry.
So anyway, generalstrikeus.com. You just throw your email in there. You know what? My email's been in there for a while. I don't think I've gotten anything from them. They're waiting. Now their social media, they're waiting to get that critical mass, which they say is about 10 million people in the U.S. And not even close to it, because, they need people like me with a podcast and our tens of people listening to keep spreading the
people to
word.
sign up.
And it's going to be a while. And even if 10 million people did it today, we're not ready. Then, because they're also starting to put out stuff on social media, how to get ready. If you have a job, how much money you probably need to save. If buying pallets of toilet paper, they're not saying that. I'm
Right.
doing that to be funny. But so just, it doesn't hurt. You're not getting swamped with emails. Now that I think about it, which I hadn't thought of until just now, I don't think I've gotten anything from them.
Nope.
So they're getting people ready when that happens and they have that critical mass. Oh, man, who the hell are they paying to send out 10 million emails?
I don't know, but with AI, I'm sure they've already gotten everything covered on this.
So that's something you can do that's really stupid easy. But I would say whatever social media you're on, whether it's Facebook and or Instagram or wherever, start following General Strike US. And that's where you'll get more stuff, more info on getting ready and what a general strike means and all that jazz. It's not happening tomorrow. It's a pretty simple thing. In fact, as usual, as we've done many times, I will put the link to generalstrikeus.com in the show notes.
In the notes.
In the notes. So you can go just click it and go.
Click it and go.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. What a wonderful, wonderful world we live in. It can be. My daughter and I were talking about becoming homesteaders. So, yeah, little house in the prairie. It's about where. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, might need to be the way grocery prices are. But actually, neither. She did actually look into where she lives, but she's not zoned to have chickens. She's doing box gardens, but I don't know. Do what you got to do.
I was crying about my corn. It's coming back. The squirrels don't seem to be touching it now.
Even the squirrels don't want your corn.
Third time's the charm. They ate it twice. This time they doesn't seem to have.
If you plant it, they will come. No.
They did.
How'd
They
you
came,
strawberry? You
they-
got strawberries though, right?
Oh, there's tons. You should take some with you.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Oh,
I was gonna
yeah.
go strawberry picking, but
Eve
still working on this dang desk.
Eve picked a bunch, and they've been sitting
I will
in
get
mason
some.
jars. So
Really?
yeah, so take some in the back.
Oh yes.
Before
I
you
will
leave.
pick some strawberries. Ooh, I got some strawberry shortcake waiting.
That's
for
the
me.
one thing I've been able to do. The straw. I don't even touch them. They come back every year, and they're fine. They're in one raised bed, and I don't have to worry about them.
Nice.
Except when weird shit starts growing, and I gotta take. There's one plant. I don't know what the fuck it is, and I don't know how I got there. Master gardener. That's me.
gardener. It's better than a masturbator. Meaning fisher. I'm talking fisherman right now. I can bait a hook.
I'm pro both.
I can bait a hook. I can also take the fish off the hook. I'm going fishing soon. That's why I know.
Okay, I was trying
Sorry.
to come up with a joke, and I didn't have
none?
anything. Nah, that one I didn't have anything. I think it kind of took care of itself.
Sorry.
No, you can
Going up
masturbate
to-
any way you like. In a boat, on a plane, in a train.
With a goat?
Just not with a fox. Don't
No,
with a goat. No,
Not with a goat.
Don't
Not
be
with a
that
fox.
guy. There's a
Not in a box.
there's a special website for that. Don't do that.
Not in a plane. Not in a train.
I wouldn't in a plane unless you go to the bathroom and then film it for
No
your
mile high.
for your OnlyFans.
I am going to Spain, but I am going alone. It is fun to go alone.
We just talked about masturbating. That's what.
Alone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can't do that with a partner. Yeah, you can't.
Yes, you can.
Not technically.
Yes, it's called mutual. Mutual
You
masturbation.
can't do it with. They can watch, but you're not masturbating with them. You're doing it yourself.
Well, yeah, mutual. You're both doing it, and them watching is fine too.
No. They're doing it to you. That's with them.
No, mutual is you're both there and you're both doing it to yourselves. That's the terminology anyway. Why are you looking like that?
I'm working it out. Hang on. I'm autistic. It gives me a minute. I'm a bottom-up processor. And I need to do the math. Give me a minute. It doesn't work. Hang on. Because the English doesn't work. I'll come back in a week with the correct. I'm going to put it in algebra. I'll show it to you.
Okay, this is a way more simple. This isn't calculus.
It
this
is not. No, there is a course that I took in oh shit, what was the name of the course? It's where you literally break down an English sentence into a mathematic structure.
Okay.
And it's logic.
Okay, you're really thinking too hard on this one.
No, you had to. And it's things like,
I'm sure.
No, things like if it's raining, the sun is not out. And if the sun is not out, it is raining. Truth tables. We had to go. Oh shit! What was that called? Was it modern algebra? Fuck. Oh God, I loved it. I thought it was fascinating because you then had to connect English. So when I was teaching with my students, teaching, you know how you had to convert word problems into algebra, where kids would struggle with that. I would teach them how to take and recognize words that you think of them as an adjective or verb words, action words, and how to connect them into a sentence. And for some kids, it would click. And I learned that those were my neurodivergent kids. Other kids, they were like, what? And those kids never had problems with word problems. So only had to work on kids that had issues with word problems. Those are the ones that got me. And that's how, now I get it. Now I see I'm neurodivergent. That's why those were my peeps. So for us, we can see the math and the English, how they can connect.
So what I'm hearing is you don't want to talk about masturbating. Is that what I'm getting?
No, but I can give you a mathematical equation on how to masturbate.
No, please don't. Please don't.
Oh fuck! I'm a nerd. No, you can't. I trust. Please believe I don't do that.
Just remember the good old days when we reviewed sex toys, and now we turn
I absolutely don't do that. Please believe I.
You don't do what?
That. Put a mathematical equation to that. Oh shit!
That's why I use a calculator when I masturbate.
Oh shit! Can you imagine?
What?
Oh
what am I going to imagine, Carrie?
No. Oh
what?
my god, that would be an awesome.
What? Use a slide rule instead?
No.
What?
But
an abacus.
Sex toy with a calculator theme or slide rule theme for somebody who's hard to get a gift for. That nerd you want to get it. There's got to be something. If they haven't thought of it already, Etsy. Etsy's calling.
Oh crap! Hold on. I want to give you a name. And actually,
a slide rule. Oh shit!
Hold on.
A vibrator that gets bigger as you.
I gotta get the name of the place. Now I tried to, have us be an affiliate of this sex toy online sex toy place, and I want to get it because this is a great, awesome store. And the person who does it, and I'm gonna butcher her name, Zoe Ligon, Ligon. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. If you get a chance, if you're on social media, not Facebook, but if you get a chance to follow them either on Instagram or wherever, what am I doing?
I'm gonna write her name.
Oh, okay.
What's her name?
Zoe, Zoe, Lin, or I'm sorry, Ligon, and I'm just trying to get the name of the store. They do and promote sex toys in the most bizarre shapes you could imagine. So when you say a vibrator or some other or male or penis oriented masturbator that has as a calculator, I'm thinking this fucking store might have
it.
I don't know, probably, but if anyone's going to, let me just see if I can find the name of this. So sorry, I'm reading. Sorry, blah blah blah. Son of a gun. Carnal Knowledge is the name of a book she put out, but I'm still looking for the name of the sex toy place online. Son of a biscuit. Spectrum Boutique.
Spectrum Boutique. Okay.
Yes. Oh, you want the pen back?
Yeah.
So, if you want,
That sounds awesome.
if
Spectrum
you
Boutique.
want a vibrator or a masturbatory aid in some weird ass shape, I've seen various
Oh my God.
fruits
Spectrum.
and vegetables.
Gee, I
I've
wonder if
seen,
she's on the spectrum.
and she actually collects on her own vintage vibrators, and she goes on
that's gotta be
eBay.
awesome.
She goes on eBay and she finds things, and so she'll post on her social media, "Hey, look what I just got," and it looks like something out of the Brady Bunch.
Did I ever tell you about the story when we emptied out my grandparents' their house? Well, it was our camp, the cottage.
Yeah.
Did I tell you what happened when we cleaned it out?
No, but I think it's going to be similar to the story that we've told here. Go for it. What'd you find?
Shit. My grandfather,
Sweet.
holy fucking shit. In the rafters in the basement, there were pictures. So he was in
Oh, I think you did mention something.
World
Say
War
that.
II. He
Yeah.
had dirty pictures. They must have been they were 1944, 1942, 1943,
There's
1947.
porn on cave walls.
Porn.
Yeah.
He had Ass Masters magazines. They were all stuffed up. He had reel to reel dirty pictures. So he must have he belonged to, I don't know if it was the Elks Club or whatever. Apparently they had movies they would play up there. He had every Playboy magazine from the very first issue in the attic. Hustler, Ass Master, like you name it, he had
How
it.
big were these rafters?
No, in the attic he had all
Oh.
the Playboy and the Hustler and all that. But in the rafters, like stuffed up there, they were like, but the black and white like pictures of like, but they were, you can tell they had like the crinkly little edges from those old black and white pictures.
Carrie, I have an
They look
idea.
like housewives of just like naughty pictures, like. Oh my God. And then I found all the reel to reel, and then I found an old projector. So I was like watching some of these movies, and they were like these little, and like porn, fucking porn. He had so fucking much of it. So much. My grandfather was a dirty old man. But there were stories about how when he was introduced to women, he could unhook a woman's bra with just a little tap. Always.
So your grandfather was the Fonz, is what I'm hearing.
What the fuck?
Sorry for the old
What
person
the
reference.
motherfuck? Yeah.
Okay,
Apparently.
can we explore that a little bit? Do you mind?
Go ahead.
So, does that make you look at him any differently?
Creepy.
But was he creepy?
There was
around
always
people?
a dirty magazine in the bathroom.
Okay.
My grandmother was a mean motherfucker. She was nasty, nasty, mean. German. Mean to me.
Interesting.
Very mean to me. But my
Well-
brother was the prince. My grandfather barely spoke to me. And everybody loved my grandfather. He would hide from my grandmother.
That's fascinating too.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, I heard stories
So-
later on that my grandmother used to be a lot of fun. And she would literally would dance on the table. I believe my grandmother was autistic. I do believe it. But she was the old German lady. They came over from Germany when she was like 5 years old.
Okay, but I have a certain
Yeah.
path I want to go down because
Yep.
I'm curious about this. So, you before he died and any of the stuff, you had no idea about these extracurricular activities. Oh no, you just said there was always some kind of magazine in the bathroom.
Yeah.
It's a strange place to have your magazine, but that's just
But
me.
mind you, this is my dad's parents.
Well,
And-
whoever, it's not whatever.
But we didn't have contact with that side. And I was only
Oh, so
like,
you didn't know them that well. Oh, okay,
No.
okay. Because
my brother spent a lot of time up
Because
there,
you know
but
why I'm
I
asking.
didn't.
You understand why I'm asking. So all right. So let's say I have the same thing, although it'd be digital now these days because who gets magazines anymore, right? So let's suppose I got all that stuff and I die, and then Julia's like, "Oh, we got all of."
I am hearing from the neighbors that they all knew that he had this side.
Oh,
Not as bad as what we now find about ass masters and all that shit, but he was always the dirty joke guy.
Okay.
Was always flirty with the women and did unhook the bra and
you mean
yeah.
like just unhooked other people's bra like without consent?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, that's fucked up. No.
No, yeah, but back in the 70s and 60s, he was that yeah, like you would see in the movies, like he would like the drink, like the Benny Hill. He's Benny Hill.
I was gonna say Playboy After Dark, but you went to Benny Hill.
Benny Hill, that's my grandpa.
Oh man, see now if he was
we
alive
had to
now,
go to bed at 7:00 every night, and that was what they would hee haw
Oh,
I remember hearing hee
this
haw.
is getting weird.
Yeah, hee haw. I remember hearing hee haw and Lawrence Welk and So, and I'm pretty sure Benny Hill.
You know what's funny about that? So, because I've always said on occasion, I say that, man, everyone should just walk around with their own theme song playing. His would be Yakety Sax.
Absolutely.
That's hilarious.
I don't remember having much of a conversation ever with my grandfather. And I don't know if that's because now that I'm thinking of it, I wonder if my grandfather, if they kept him away from us girls. I don't know.
All right, so ask. Okay, see, now
Weird.
that is.
But there were no little kitty stuff. They were all women.
So he's got that going for him, which is nice.
Right?
Right.
How sad that honest to God, that just came in my mind.
What?
Anything about kids.
Okay. So, but I mean, that's actually, let's just generalize this. Pick anybody and they die, and whomever is cleaning out their shit, you find things that you didn't know. I mean, should that change you think everyone's a sexual being in some way, and how they do it and they express it, as long as it's not invading other people's space or.
And then my grandmother, her little diaries was the weather and her garden. Absolutely nothing personal whatsoever.
That's interesting too.
Yeah. So, yeah. And then the stories about the two were that he was always wanting to hit her in the head with a hammer. I mean, they hated each other by the end. Couldn't stand each other. So.
Couldn't afford a divorce lawyer, huh? Or
Well,
just
no,
you
they
did back
just
then,
you just didn't do that then.
Yeah. Back in the day, but maybe the internet was first going like AOL dial-up kind of thing. Friend who's been on the show, it's been years though. Friend who's been on the show. We had an agreement that if one of us died, and again, this was back before I think either one of us were married, that the other one would get into our apartments before anybody else and clean it out.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Actually, you know who? I wonder if your dad listens, right? I wonder if your dad knew anything about my grandpa.
Well, if he's listening, which I believe he is,
Hello.
you'll
Let us
have
know.
to reach out to Carrie and tell her.
Let me know if you have, if
No
anybody
pressure.
had that inkling, if he had, because I think he had that reputation of good. Because I do remember the guy, the neighbors down the way remember him as, oh yeah, he was a little bit, he was like that, like that Bill.
Oh, that Bill.
That Bill.
That old bra snapper guy.
Yeah. So I don't think he was inappropriate, but he was definitely a dirty old man.
Well, look, I know Julia's not listening right now, my daughter, but I'll just put it out there. And if she does happen to listen to the show, so she won't be shocked when I die and she goes to clean out my hard drive or whatever. There's a lot of furry porn. Okay. So you just get, there's a lot of, I'm just kidding. There's not. Carrie's looking at me like I'm being serious. I'm like, Carrie, I'm kidding. There's a lot of furry
well, I told
porn.
you the story about my student, right?
Hold on. There's a lot of furry. Let me finish the joke.
Oh shit, that sounded bad too. Oh, I better finish that.
There's a lot of
no,
furry
there's
porn.
nothing about my student.
Yes, I know it's categorized, but I'm a very organized person, right? I know it's alphabetized, and I have different folders
Alphabetized by
depending on
animal.
the color and the animal, and I have cross-referenced, and there's the Excel file. You can delete that too. Just that categorizes everything, but I love you. I've always treated you well, and I've never, you never would have guessed, right?
Make sure you watch it with a friend.
Yes, by all means, if you want to take it and enjoy it yourself, I would love, but I would never, while I'm still alive, share that with you. That would be
Please
inappropriate.
copyright though.
Oh, I totally pay for my furry porn.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely, of course.
Absolutely.
So I'm sorry. What inappropriate things are you doing with your student?
Nothing.
I'm just kidding. I know.
Oh my God, that sounded terrible. No, because the tradition I have with my students is when they leave, I have these gorgeous windows. My whole classroom is lined with windows, and because I work at a mental health facility, they get to say something. They write it in window chalk, like chalk pen. They get to say something on the window, and they can sign it as past patient or whatever. And one of them said something about let your furry friend fly or your furry something fly. And one of my students said, "Oh, I'm so seen right now," or something. And I was like, "Oosh, we're not supposed to say something about, because I have to be very careful about what they can and can't say. Like we don't call hangman, we call it Build-A-Man because, it's a mental health facility." And so it turned into something funny because turns out my transgender student was also a furry. And I'm sitting in the back of my mind going, little do you know, we were just at, the
Oh, Erotic Arts
reef.
Festival.
Yeah, and there's furries left and right. So I was mentioning it to his therapist, and the therapist said, "Oh my gosh, I wish you could say something to her, because she probably would find that like a connection between the two of you, that that's something you actually approve of." And she probably took it as, by you saying, "Oh, we can't mention that." She goes, "I wish you could kind of say that you happen to be somewhere that where furries are, and that you find that interesting."
That's
And
my new children's book, Where the
Right?
Furries Are.
so I did. On their discharge day, I was like, "By the way, just wanted you to know, your comment about the furries. I was at a place where furries happened to be
Where they roamed free.
roam free." "Really,
to
miss?" I go,
frolic.
I'm on a podcast where I'm really not supposed to say much. Just so you know. And your therapist said that I could mention it to you, that you might feel a little more, Really? Yeah, okay. But I can't really say much because, I got to be careful. So just wanted you to know. She wanted to know. I got to be careful with that. The name of the podcast.
Oh, yeah. No. Don't do that.
No.
Yeah. So I guess the moral of all this is it'd be weird. You could totally, if you really are feeling that comfortable, feel free to put it in your will or whatever directions you have for after you die. But if you don't have that, or you're not as comfortable, you might want to make some arrangements on things you don't want known about you after you die.
Really?
Do you?
Do I care?
Well, I don't know.
After I'm dead?
Do you? Well, do you
I
think
won't know.
Do you think your grandfather cared that all y'all saw his stash?
If he cared, he would have hidden it better.
Good Lord, he put it in the rafters. Where else could he fucking hide it?
He hid it from his wife, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
He didn't give a fuck about us. He didn't talk to us.
No, but okay. But do you think he wanted no one to find out after he died?
Well, too fucking bad.
Well-
sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, again, I'm
Oh
putting
my
it,
God, I sound horrible.
I'm putting it. I'm putting
You
it.
are right.
I'm putting it in his perspective to make it
agreed.
about all of us.
Oh my God, I sound like a terrible person.
Well, dude,
you
if
are
someone
right.
was a dick to you, then
You
fuck
are
him.
right. They weren't a dick. They just weren't anything.
Okay.
Which I
mean,
guess
to me,
sounds
that's
like a
kind of-
dick.
If
Yeah.
you have grandchildren and you're nothing to them, you're kind of a dick.
Correct.
My opinion.
Correct. You're right. I'm kind of. Nobody knows his
Well,
name,
can
so
I ask-
I'm not really blowing him out
Can
there.
I ask
So
you a yes or no question? Because
Yeah.
we're at an hour. And
Yeah.
we don't know that.
Okay.
Maybe we can save it for
Okay.
next week.
okay.
Actually, I'd like to ask Special K this too. I think that would be an interesting answer from her. So, this is yes or no.
Uh-huh.
If you were to die today, not that I want you to by any means, you have a long life, many years ahead of you.
Yeah.
But if something were to happen and you were to die today, is there anything in your apartment that you would not want people to find out, see, as it was cleaned up? Yes or no?
Well, I wish it was cleaner,
And
but
that's not what I mean. You know what I'm saying. You can. Should we come back next week with this?
Jesus Christ,
Sounds like
I
no.
don't know.
Sounds like
I
no.
mean, what is there? I mean, I have dirty dishes, but
No. Like, I know it's not exactly like Grandpa's porn stash, but porn stash.
I mean, I
Wrong
have
kind of stash. Sorry, not the mustache. A cachet
like, do I have something that I'm embarrassed to have? No.
that you wouldn't want people to see. Your ugly plate collection doesn't have to be porn oriented. This doesn't have to be sexual.
No,
Your Bratz dolls collection that you don't want anyone to know about.
no.
Okay.
I still have my Trump troll in its box from
Okay.
2016. No, because people have moved me. No, I have nothing. I don't own much.
I don't remember if I told this story on the show, but we're out of time. I had helping a friend's daughter move, and there was something that fell out. It was interesting.
I do have those things. I don't know if I want my kids to find that.
That's
but
what-
who
yeah.
the fuck? I don't know. I mean, but everybody has those. I mean, there's only 2,
Oh, okay. We've told
but
this-
they're
we-
nicely put in a zipped purse. and
We actually have to go because we're out of time. But and it's a story I've already told on the show, but I'll tell you the story once we're done. Okay. All right. I'll be back next week. Lord knows what. I don't know which day.
shit. Now I got to go throw them away. Damn it!
You don't throw anything
I'm
away.
kidding.
We can have that agreement if you don't mind. I'll break in.
I'm putting a sign that says, "Please don't look if I'm dead." I'm going to buy a box that, we should sell those for single women.
I don't agree.
If I'm dead, please don't look, just throw away.
Come on, let's evolve. Who cares if they see what you got?
It'll be a hilarious gift.
And then just put nothing in it.
Right.
All right, we'll be back next week. Peace out.
Peace out. See ya.
We're all in this together. One community. The economy, the government, the environment. Why shouldn't our private time be community-driven too? Come to the Libidine Community Spank Bank. Don't keep those memories of your high school English teacher all to yourself. Give someone else a chance. Like Kathy.
None of my high school teachers really did it for me, so I took out a loan from the Libidine Spank Bank. Hello, Mr. Peterkin. And I paid back that loan. With interest, if you know what I'm saying.
I have a Christmas Club account at the Spank Bank. Ho, ho, ho. I love Libidine safety deposit boxes. It's where I keep my used panty collection.
Okay, Roger. Too much information. Yes, we do have a brick and mortar location that has most of the traditional services of a bank. In fact, all of our staff are notaries. But to no one's surprise, most customers do their Spank Bank transaction on the World Wide Web. And we're a community spank bank. Most of our deposits and withdrawals are from your neighbors. Hello, Ted. And like our community, the Spank Bank serves everyone. People in the LGBTQ plus community, immigrants, and even Shriners. But not MAGAs. There's no guns allowed at the Spank Bank. So come at the Libidine Community Spank Bank, 88 Old Dirt Road, next to Patty's Cheesecake Stable, or online at libidinespank.com.